Hey folks, it's Brian here. Hey, I'm going to actually start up two more playlists. I don't know, I think this thing is fun. I don't know. But the first one is going to be a playlist of video responses. I've been seeing this among a number of game masters that I've been watching, where they make comments back and forth to each other about things. Apparently, they've got a Facebook page. In fact, they do. They do have a Facebook page. I don't know if all of them belong to it or not, but there's a Facebook page that I just joined recently that these guys are talking about, finding stuff on this Facebook page and they're doing a video response to them. Cool. But there's this fellow GM, Dark Age roleplay game, that put out a question to three questions. Sorry, three questions to his fellow game masters. One is, what is your greatest weakness as a game master? What's your greatest weakness as a player? And what kind of director do you associate with? I'm gonna answer that one first. No idea. When I watch a movie, I'm just there to be entertained. I have no idea who the director is, except for a few movies that I really, really like. I kind of noticed who the directors are, and that would be Ridley Scott. Now, am I Ridley Scott? No, I'm not. Sorry. Okay, now, my greatest weakness as a player, I'm going to spin backwards. Interesting. Okay. My greatest weakness as a player is I have a tendency to play myself in a character skin rather than role playing the character. That's my greatest weakness. I would tend to do that. And sometimes it's an idealized me. I like paladins. I really do. I like the whole concept. And so I play a lot of paladins. And sometimes some interesting ones. But I play them, like me. And in the spirit of the game, I probably shouldn't. Now, does that mean that I don't explore my own aspects and try to, fully realize myself through my characters? Not necessarily. I sometimes try to do that. One of the last games I played a Paladin Warlock, as a matter of fact. This is 5th edition D&D. And she had to start at a higher level because the characters were already at like 8th level or something like that. So she was a dark elf, had grown up on the surface, worshipped the song of the goddess of song and dance. I forgot her name, Illustria, something like that. And so she had a village, in the deep dark center of of a forest. I even kind of picture them maybe even having some underground. But previously, her ancestors had escaped Loth and all those people because they were following Illustria, going back to the surface world, trying to reconnect with the surface world. So that was her thing. But she, had this thing for the Fae in the Feywild, and so after she made 3rd level paladin and became an Oath of the Ancients, she started searching for crossover points, and she found some. And this is all backstory because we didn't ready to play this out. Found some, became a warlock of the Queen of Air and Darkness, and so she was. When we started playing, it must have been 8th level. So she was a 3rd level paladin, 5th level warlock. Pact of the Blade. Really cool character. And if you watch my intro, when it finishes up, there's a little kind of picture that I made of her. She's got a flaming sword. She's got a flaming sword from Storm King's Thunder, and then made it a Pact of the Blade. So it was kind of cool. So she's unique, but she had a mission for that campaign. There was this gnome tinker guy who she was told to protect, and so that's what she did. And she can kick some ass. It was great. Okay, so again, as a player, that's my weakness. I have the tendency to play myself rather than play the character. My greatest weakness at GM, and I've thought about this a number of times, that I don't mean to come off, snooty's another word, blow my own horn, that kind of thing. I don't mean to do that. But I've got a bachelor's degree in applied science. There's that but. You gotta watch that. I have a bachelor's degree in applied physics. And I have a master's degree in ancient and classical studies. My greatest weakness as a game master is I have a massive tendency to be too realistic. And it can get in the way. Look at my Princess Apocalypse playlist. One of the game sessions, I spent way too much time just figuring out how fast the river was flowing. Does it really matter? No. But now that I know, I can improvise that. And then, of course, they're actually going upstream, not downstream. They only went 1 mile anyway. Mistakes we all make. Okay, so greatest weakness says, as a GM, I try to be too realistic. Greatest weakness as a player, I have a tendency to just play myself in my character skin. And what director do I act like? No idea. But I do have to like the films that Ridley Scott does. That's me. Ciao.